Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I go by the name of Caesar, aka Mr. Sneak Around, and you're tuned in to yet another installment of Apparently This Happened. Right now, my mindset is 6:16 in LA, and in simple words, what did you say? How did you feel about this?
Wow,
you gotta let people know who you are too, because I have somebody who supports me from time to time. The one person who has to deal with me talking about this madness on a day-to-day basis when it comes to this hip-hop, man. I call it a hip-hop soap opera. But let people know who you are, or let people know who you prefer to be called. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
I don't know,
T, alright, we'll call it T, man. T with the T, alright? But yeah, man, it's yet another day, a wonderful day. I'm hoping you guys are feeling blessed and highly favored. Do me a super solid. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, spread the word. This is a one-stop shop for, pop culture, things that are happening in the world, hip-hop, and everything in between, even cultural issues, you name it, we can frame it. We're just here to discuss it and have a good time, and we are really hoping that we can develop this into a true pod, a big pod, good production, etc. It's all about the energy and the feedback from the people. But with that being said, I'm going to reserve my comments for a second. Speak your mind and let me know how you feel about 616 in LA. And I'm going to break it down with my thought process.
Okay, first off, I think that the song is good. I know a lot of people might say, he didn't go as hard as the first one.
Okay.
But it's a very chill vibe. The beat in itself is very chill. It's lax, right?
Right.
I still feel there's a lot that I don't know in terms of context. So you're probably going to explain that to me. I'm not sure about some of these punchlines that he's doing, but it's really good. But on a human side, though,
right.
when I saw that he released another one, part of me was like, oh man, I'm all about, it's kind of like he's already down. Drake is already down in the sense,
You think he's down?
No, the song.
Okay.
The song, the Euphoria.
Right.
It's number one on the YouTube. It's what happened? The platform.
It broke a record for the most streams maybe in a day or something like that.
Yeah, it's number one on Spotify. It has millions of views. It's killing it right now, right?
Right.
So my whole thing is he already killed it. I thought it was gonna be that's it. He said his piece and that's it.
Right.
And obviously Drake lost. In my opinion, Drake lost that particular song.
Okay.
But then now it's you come with another one, and I'm you're kicking him when he's down. But then another half of me is you told me that he spoke about this beef has been going on years ago. He spoke about Whitney, Kendrick's wife, and you don't talk about a person's baby mama.
Not years ago. It was just the recent.
The recent
that's what I'm saying. Hi Whitney, come get high with me.
You can't bait people that
stuff, right?
So he's coming in for the kill, is what I'm saying. I feel like you're just gunning it.
Right. All right. So basically, in a nutshell, I can understand what you're saying when you're looking at it from the perspective of somebody being bombed on from time and again, right? But we have to bear in mind that Kendrick has been pretty much chill to all the subliminal jabs and everything that he's been having to endure for the past, let's say, a decade, right? He'll respond here and there, and it's cool. Now, let's look at it this way, right? Technically speaking, if we're looking at the tweets that were coming out last night with Drake and all his cohorts, or a couple of his people, I guess, putting up or trying to allude to the fact that something was coming out tonight.
Yeah,
remember?
that was
last night. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it, man, and I really wanted to see what was going to happen, and nothing happened. So the way I'm seeing it is this is a chess match, and I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, Drake had alluded to the fact that he was going to do that. We were all expecting him to do that. Ultimately, I waited and waited and waited, and nothing came out, right? Even Academics is kind of looking sketchy because, I think he was expecting something to come out because he even mentioned it too, right? So now, with everything that's going on, right? Drake not releasing a song yesterday for whatever reason, it could be a strategic reason, or maybe he's really gearing up and he's really he purposely did that so he could see homie shoot a shot. Who knows, right? But if you pay attention, I noticed you had mentioned that the song it's not hard hitting. The lyrics are penetrating, but the delivery is very relaxed and chill. The reason that the delivery I feel is relaxed and chill is because he knows that, okay, look, buddy, you were supposed to release something last night or whenever it was, and it didn't happen. I'm not gonna let out my AK or my bazooka right now. I'm just gonna give you a little I'm gonna update you on what I know that you're up to, right?
Prequel.
Right. This is a no, it's not even a prequel because the show is on. Like this is happening. It's already happening, so it can't be a prequel.
A little
this is
push.
more so an update to let you know that I like, just like he mentioned in his previous records, right? Your moves are getting predictable, right? He knows his next move and everything. What is expected of a person? If most people who are powerful, when all else fails, you try to get dirt on people. You try to get some embarrassing information on them. But the thing is, Kendrick's sheet, he's pretty much an open book. So there's nothing you can really, I think, expose unless there's something out there that's so crazy, that's so crazy that we say, man, Kendrick, you're a sketchy guy. But it seems on Drake's side, there are more skeletons there. There are more things that he seems to be insecure about. Now, the one thing, or there are two main things about this whole thing that really stood out to me, right? The first thing is like him mentioning that, hey, this was all cool and all until I found out that you're putting money in the streets, basically for information, right? Because that's when it gets a little dangerous. Because when you start to put either money in the streets for information or money in the street for on someone's head, like putting money on someone's head, that gets a little bit. It kind of, because as I mentioned again, Kendrick said it a bunch of times. Hey, this is hip hop. This is competition. This is this and that. It's not that deep. But if you really want to take it that deep, man, extortion is my middle name, B. I'll get you as soon as you jump out of that plane. Like, he means it, right? But we're not on that level because you live in LA.
Yeah.
All the bodyguards, everybody who's doing the work, all the guys who do the security work at the events and everything, all the guys who hold down the back door when you're going to your car service or your SUVs and stuff like that, that's all gang members.
Yeah.
Pyru, Crip, Blood, it doesn't matter. They're all gang members. So now, right, that's one thing that popped out. And he said, I feel bad that you put all that money in the streets and still... Go ahead.
It was fun until you start to put money in the streets, then lost money because they came back with no receipts.
That's terrible.
He's like, I'm sorry I live a boring life. I love peace.
There you go. So in other words, you can dig until you reach the other side of the earth. You're not going to find anything that's salacious about me. Yeah. But you, on the other hand, if I start to I haven't even put no money out, no nothing. This is just general information that I know about you. Another telling thing is everybody's talking about splits. If I see the splits, then your pants might split. That's what Drake said, right? When talking about splits, when it comes to label ownership and the products that they put out and how the label splits it with them.
Okay.
Right? He mentioned a split. They mentioned Drake splits because they say, Drake, you're signed to a dude who signed to a dude who signed to another dude. So how many times are you splitting your money? Right? But on Kendrick's side, it's a question. But Kendrick pretty much, it seems like he signed to Top Dog and that's it. Right? And now he's got his own thing. I think PG Lang or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But Kendrick says something about the percentage. What if you find out that OVO's working for me?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He did.
But what does that mean? No, and some of these points hit the point. Like it'll give you a breakdown. So sometimes, it'll give you a little critical breakdown of some of the things because there's some things that we might not be aware of. So at least we can get the people to know what's going on. But there's certain talking points, you see, that we can throw at the people and stuff like that. Because this is so mind-boggling because there's so much going on in between. There's so much, and the way I see it, I love the references to the You Are Not Alone too, with the Michael Jackson and all that. And I have to just really process the record again because from the title of the record to the gloves on the record, those are Maybach gloves.
Oh,
Rick Ross is on Maybach Music. So there's some information there because Rick Ross is alluding as well that he wrote the Sicko Mode verse for Drake. Or he keeps on saying, who wrote this for you? Who wrote this for who? No, he didn't say for you. He said, who wrote this? You know when when Rick Ross does that, who wrote this?
Why does Rick Ross even have beef with Drake?
Cease and desist that French Montana got because they had a song together, and I think Rick Ross was on the song, and that cease and desist now affects him as well because they most likely shot a video. They had plans and everything, promotional money, marketing money behind it that's already been put up, a couple $100,000 to $1 million, like for the song to blow up. And you put a cease and desist that pumps the brakes on a project. Or maybe that song was meant to be the spearhead of the project. Like maybe it was supposed to be the driving force behind the project.
So why would Drake do a cease and desist? Because he doesn't like French Montana?
Being spiteful, maybe feeling like French is affiliated with the other side. Because if you really pay attention, French is more exo Cash in them, because look at their background is almost similar. If you look at Cash in them and French Montana, that Morocco, Egyptian, Saudi Arabian kind of vibe, like they have that mutual understanding. It is what it is.
And I don't get that, Drake. You have so much money,
right?
Like, why not just let the artists eat? Let people eat.
I'm just saying,
people, you know what I mean? And and in going back to OVO working for you line or for me line, they said how Drake has a controversial history of promoting his signees, leading to failed careers. And they're naming some artists.
They got Majid like Jordan.
You know what I mean?
No, Majid, I think is from Toronto.
So people you kind of reap what you sow, in the sense. I guess that's what Kendrick is saying.
Right.
So it's like and it's kind of true though.
Right.
Drake will come. He'll work with an artist, and then it'll be it. That's it. Like, you don't really hear from them after
kind of gets the juice out of the artist. He takes that style, like Shanson gets a little soul.
But then again, another part of you is like, you as an artist, you gotta rise above that and work hard.
Yeah, use his name and catapult yourself.
Be like The Weeknd,
right.
You know,
because Weeknd chose his own path. He used the fame that he got and the spotlight that was put on him, and then he took off like a jet.
But you can't lie. That album, that
classic
album, what was it?
Take Care.
Take Care. That was a classic album, and if he wrote that whole album for Drake, right?
I can't say
All
that.
I'm saying is that album was good.
Let's be fair. Weeknd had a great amount of influence in the album. Huge influence in the album. Let's say that.
All right.
Now, the one thing that I wanted to bring up as well, right? When it comes to everything that's I lost my train of thought, but it's gonna come back in a second. But I'm just saying, this whole thing, it's just interesting to see with Kendrick and everything, and OVO working for me. Yes, the OVO working for me line. That's what I was gonna say. I feel he's stating that this whole beef is kind of helping me out, dude. Because guess what? I've got an album coming out in a couple months. I think it's like a month or two or something like that. Mm-hmm. He has an album coming out, so this is gonna bring him all the streams and all the eyes and everything. Because hypothetically speaking, if let's say Drake is losing, or Drake doesn't have any type of response, or he's kind of disarmed and he's kind of off kilter because he doesn't know what to do, or the team is scrambling. Let's say they're scrambling, right? And this is home team, guys. Everybody who's listening in the world, this is home team, right? But I'm just saying, hypothetically, then what happens? If he's scrambling, and it's like whatever, then what happens? Does Kendrick throw the nuke out and just get it
and then
over
do
with?
A second one.
Just get it over with, or
you think there's
what?
more after this?
Honestly, yes. I think the Euphoria record and this 616 in LA, and like that and all that. If you're listening to the references and everything from people say that there's a song that he's been holding on to for 5 years.
I heard rumors that the Euphoria song was actually 12 minutes, but then he cut it down. So maybe this was the other half.
I don't know. I just feel like
the first Euphoria was like punchline after punchline.
No, this is
just shot after shot after shot. This one is just chilling. He threw in some chill things, some truth, some personal.
Right. No, he's updating him to say, hey, this is what I know about what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting, because honestly, just like Drake was saying, I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm waiting. He put Taylor Made. This is his version of Taylor Made.
Yeah. But it's tough.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is his version of Taylor Made.
But on the other side, I feel bad for Drake a little bit. It's tough because when you're at the top for so long,
right?
And then now it just seems like
everyone's
wants to see you.
Everyone wants to see you bleed.
Everyone wants to see you now the truth is coming out. You must feel like you can feel alone.
Yeah, but that's why he said it feels like a 20v1, and then Kendrick's like, nope, it's a 1v20.
Who knows?
Me
maybe
versus
Drake
all
is tough
your
skin.
writer. Yeah, but
maybe Drake has tough skin and he's public. But when you're in this industry,
right?
This is fun. This is what the audience wants. Don't take it competitive. And honestly, my only thing that I have to say is, Drake, just respond. Respond. I want to hear what you have to say. You cannot let this die over because it's too. Yes. It's maybe your team is saying, oh, just let it die over, whatever, because you don't have something good enough to go back on. But for the audience, for the fans, give us something. Let us hear.
All I'm saying is, it's just in a nutshell to summarize all this. There's no way that he'll ever be. How can I say? He wants to be accepted so much as an MC, and he wants to be accepted so much as a lyricist by everybody, I feel. And that is the only reason that he's engaging in this, or he has engaged in any of those things, any of the battles that he's been in. Because he feels like the whole world looks at him like he's soft. Like he's an R&B guy. He's light skinned.
But he is, though.
No, he is not. He's a man at the end of the day.
No, I mean,
like, you get what I'm saying?
He's more R&B-ish.
No, but hear me out. He's a man at the end of the day. So he still has that competitive thing in him. But the thing is, he has to let go of that. He has to let go of that and let go of the fact that, you know what, people may not accept you in that way. So just let it be.
Yeah.
Let it slide. Let it be. You know, you're winning and have been winning consistently for years, and you know the world wants to see you lose. Just enjoy the fruits of your labor. Stay in your lane. Don't even worry about what people are saying. Just enjoy your life. You got the biggest house I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It looks like a museum. It doesn't even look like a crib. I don't even know if I'll be comfortable living in there. It's like too beautiful.
It's like,
just
like
live your life, man.
To try to do a freestyle battle. It's not gonna. I don't feel he's that versatile to do that.
No.
Like Chris Brown though. Brown song, guys.
No,
Chris Brown dissing Quavo. That song was good.
I understand what you're saying, but okay, Drake could go into a freestyle battle. I feel he has a skill set. But it's about the believability when somebody's standing in front of you saying, if I wave that 4-5 and click it back and send it, like if someone is saying it to you, man, and you're like, whoa, I believe this guy. When Sue Surf and them are saying what they're saying, man, and when I come into your house and I open the door, it's like you get what I'm saying? You feel it. You can feel it. With Drake, you wouldn't. This is not his arena. Battling like this, he lost to Pusha T for a reason because, like, Pusha T, it comes from the club. He came with that strategy.
I get what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm saying? His delivery will be amazing. The bars he will let off will be amazing. Everything will be amazing. But when people are watching it, the believability of it will be kind of in question.
And you can't talk like you're a shooter if you're not a shooter.
Exactly.
You can't, like, if you don't have any stripes, you can't.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? I know that's what Kendrick said in the first one. Like,
if you've never had the hardships that we've had to go get held in a cell, go eat jail food, none of that. Like, you push a little this and a little that in the streets, struggle a little bit, man, earn your stripes, man, fist fights, man, getting your eye blacked, man, getting someone almost break your nose, that type of stuff. But anyways, man, this is just our breakdown right now at the moment, man. 616 LA is going crazy. It's going to be another one. Let's see what the people think about it. I think this is this is his tailor-made or his version of tailor-made. And that's what it is. I go by the name of Caesar, a.k.a. Mr. Sneaker Rod, and you've been tuned into Apparently This Happened. I appreciate one and all for locking in. Do me a super solid. Like, comment, subscribe, and do remember, don't chase the number, chase the dream. I'll get up with you guys in a second. 1. Don't chase the number, chase the dream. That be my decree.